everybody? Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you're watching this live, please say hello. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please like the videos, and please leave a little comment, even if it's an emoji, because we need YouTube to use those algorithms to send Coach for the Soul around the planet. Because you know, right now, everybody needs a little Coach for the Soul, for sure. So we'll see what's going to happen today. I'm not really sure. But it is January the 2nd, 2025. I'll be 65 in 2 days, which is, hey Sheila. Yes. So on Saturday, gonna run a special on readings, I think, on Saturday. Not really sure for how much, but yeah, probably half off. Say half off regular price. Yeah, probably like 60 bucks, something like that. Maybe 60 bucks, I don't know. Yeah. So we're gonna do that, I believe. Got to talk it over with them, and see what they think. But we're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff today. Hey, Kathy, what's up? The dog is growling at the Daisy. There's somebody outside that she doesn't like, or she wants to go, whatever. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. What is it? What is it? The doggies you don't like? This is my life. Hey, Pat. Yeah. She thinks she's Simba, the Lion King, and she's not. Hey, Laura. Namaste. Oh, she's going back and forth. Look out. Hey, what's up, Haley? What's up? Happy New Year to you, Laura. No, Daddy's working. She's like, you need to get up. Sherry, what's up, girl? Didn't it go by fast? It's like, boom. Yeah. So did you did you talk to your friend? Hi, Nancy. Did I talk to you for 2.5 hours? Yeah, we were just chatting. Kind of wild. Yeah. Kind of got to know each other. Think we're going to be friends. Yeah. Hello, Heidi. How's it going? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. So Daisy's still running around. So hopefully she'll settle down. Settle down, honey. It's okay. Nothing's gonna get us. Like I said, she thinks she's Simba from the Lion King. So yeah. Yep. Yes. Hi, Lindsay. Oh, she just texted me. Hey, Susan. What's up? Yeah, I think we'll be friends. She's a very interesting lady. Yeah, we could like just talk about stuff. Hi, Jody. How's it going? Jody, are you a Capricorn? I think you are. Think so. So anyway, we're gonna start. So, has everybody felt the energy shift that happened yesterday? On New Year's Day, because I felt it. I did this meditation, and I posted it on Facebook that they brought to me, and wow, it's like 10 minutes. It was very, very cool, because I was in that on the new moon on the 30th. It was a wild day. The girl was just crazy. She didn't know what to do. And that makes sense because it was in Capricorn, and Dad's a Capricorn and she's the Leo. So yeah, she was defiant. She was not having it, everything like that. So, yes. So energy today is much better. I went to meditate in spirit. I was looking for meditations, and usually they'll just pop it up, right? And nothing at all. So, okay, must not be supposed to do it, I guess. I don't know, because you have to take that, when things happen like that, you have to take them to heart and go, oh, because trust me, I've done the whole thing of 3D of, no, I got to meditate today. I've got to do this. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me at all. I meditate when I'm supposed to, when I feel like I need to. I'll look for meditation, and usually it'll just be a clearing meditation or something like that. But since yesterday, and I did the 1 10-minute meditation, which was wonderful. And they also posted a affirmations, amazing video that that Spirit brought to me about 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago. Because again, this time of year, normally I'm angry at the end of December, okay? And usually that is just because I'm angry from working in retail, but I'm letting that go, so it's less and less every time, every year, right? Hey, Lisa. And so, this year was no different, and I just handled it. I just handled it better. So if you felt the shift, that's awesome, because the full moon is on the 15th, and that is in Cancer. Okay, the opposite sign of Capricorn in the zodiac wheel. Again, if you don't know what your birth chart is, you don't have your birth chart, don't know what your sun sign is, your rising sign is, and your moon sign, also maybe your Venus. PamGregory.com. Okay, scroll all the way down. It's on the left-hand side. It's a free birth chart on the bottom. And just put all your information in, put it all in, and it will show a birth chart where all the planets and things are at, in which houses, because there's 12 houses, because there's 12 months. And it'll give you a brief idea of what certain things in every house, what it means, which planet is where. And it can really give you a deeper connection to who you are. And give you, it's all about faith. It's all about believing, right? That in the future, we're going to be led by the universe, just like we were before religion. Okay. Hey, Dottie. And so it is, imperative that you have it and have it handy, because it will really help you out when you're wondering, why am I so angry today? Usually have to do with the negative things. And Mars is still retrograde until February the 25th, I believe, or 23rd. Hey, Nancy. And Mars is a warrior planet, and it's retrograde. And it is duking it out. It's what it is doing is, whatever zodiac sign you are, it is purifying the energy that is around you. It is making you face the things that you haven't faced yet. Kind of like a Mercury retrograde, only it's more powerful because it's war. Okay, so whatever, wherever it's at in your birth chart, that is the description of what's going to bother you. And when you have that information, it's very, very awesome, because you can go, oh, that's what it is, and you can learn from it. That's what all the retrogrades, that's what it's about. That's exactly what it's about, is learning how to deal with things better as we pull ourselves out of third dimension and we go into 5D. Because 3D is all about survival. It's all about just beating us and just absolutely beating us down, and our soul, again, soul contract, right? Oh, what it is, it's what it is. And the blessing is that now we're coming out of that. And what we need to do is we need to be conscious, pay attention to what house it's in, and understand. Sorry about the dog. These dogs must be back, going back home. So it just helps us to understand a little bit more about ourselves. Hey, Michelle. And that's a good thing, because it's part of our ascension. It is part of us not having to use our guides to actually ask them questions about, well, why do I feel like this at this time? The astrology tells you, okay? Because Mars retrograde affects everybody. Everybody. Doesn't mean if you're Christian, doesn't mean if you're Muslim, doesn't mean anything about religion at all. It is what God, the universe, the divine, has put in place to rid us of our third dimensional self. Okay? Super, hi Liz. And it's going to be really intense this year. So we just have to make sure that we're paying attention to what the astrology says. If you're not watching an astrology channel, or 1 or 2, 3 or 4, you need to get into it. And all that you have to do, because people say, Bill, it's really confusing, I really don't understand it. All you have to do is listen to what it feels like when something's going on. Okay? Now, Pam Gregory is very good, but she's very intricate. I mean, she is with asteroids and things like that which I don't understand. Okay? I just watch her because I like the way that she delivers it, and sometimes I don't understand it, but also sometimes, hey Carol, and also sometimes I don't believe it. And that's the thing. Because again, I believe what they tell me to believe. Okay. Nancy says, so what about tarot? Yeah, if you can find a good tarot reader, because when they do the, God, I'm stuttering today. It's kind of weird. Because my brain's going like this right now. It's zooming at 500,000. Crazy. Has been since like 11 o'clock with this one. Yeah. So if you can find one that is per zodiac sign, don't take it to heart. Listen to it. Okay. And don't make things fit. Okay. Because I watch tarot, and sometimes I'll have one or two bad videos that I watch with the same person, and I don't watch them anymore. Okay. And they'll do blanket readings, and where that's just for the collective, and I listen to those too, because I'm not gonna make anything fit, right? But there's also good information in those things that you can get on world events, on all kinds of different things like that. When it comes to tarot, I follow a woman in Australia who's extremely good, and she does United States politics, and she's pretty spot on. She's pretty spot on with stuff. And then I watched another woman who's in San Diego, who's 80 years old, and she does these tarot readings, like for the week, or she does like every 2-3 weeks, whatever, because she's 80. She does them at like midnight. It's like, holy cow, I'm fast asleep by midnight, So yeah, tarot's good. Again, but you have to take it with a grain of salt, and you have to find the one that fits you, that feels comfortable. I also watch a guy from Corktown in Detroit, his Swimming Through the Void. Hey, Barb. And he's amazing. I mean, Chooch is amazing. That's his name. And he's amazing. Yeah. He is spot on when it comes to Capricorn. Hey, Cal. When it comes to Capricorn, when it comes to, I've watched Aquarius because that's my rising sign. Pisces, which is my moon sign. I'll watch all of those if I have time. Yeah. So, it's okay. It's okay. Again, Lee Harris is amazing. Lee Harris is amazing with the energy update once a month. He's spot on 99% of the time. Okay, he has connection to the Z's, which are his guides, and he's pretty fantastic. Again, it just depends upon how engaged your ego is, because ego will try you not to listen to it. It truly will, trust me. It doesn't want you to go forward, wants you to stay inside your cocoon. And if that's the case, okay, you're not ready to watch it then. You go back to it when you feel like, you know what? I think I gotta watch something because I got this gnawing in my gut. Because that's what it is. That's what it is. So, and you've heard me say this before, you gotta have a YouTube feed so that they can bring you messages on YouTube. Trust me. I get them all the time. And it is, I sure listen to Serious Joy. I listen to Daniel too. But sometimes he can be a little, I don't know. Sometimes I don't really get it. Kind of quirky, which I don't really like. But yeah, sometimes he's very, very, very good. And Lisa follows the blue bow tie. Yeah. And I know that, I think Kathy from Jackson, she follows, the woman who's a Cherokee, I think, which I can't remember to look at anything that she's put out. But now's the time to do it, everybody, and simply because we're being called to investigate, we're being called to listen, we're being called to knowledge, because those things can activate you inside without you even knowing it. It's very, very, very cool. Very cool. Okay, that's why you gotta have a TikTok feed, a Facebook feed, an Instagram feed, a YouTube feed, because their energy. Linda the Comanche. Yep. Thank you, Susan. But their energy, so they can bring you anything that they need to on your YouTube page. I found somebody today that would not get off my freaking page. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll watch a tarot guy, and so I watched him, and he's pretty good. I listened to his Capricorn reading, and it's pretty good. Again, it's interesting. They're going to flood us with ways to get information. Okay, they already are. And now that the holidays are done, and we go to this long span of our winter here in the Northern Hemisphere in Michigan, in Detroit, we have time. Usually we have time because we're not outside. It's too cold. And it's going to be really snowy again. So we're going to be cold here this weekend, like almost 0 degrees. And me with the girl in 5 times a day is not pleasant. I'm putting on 3-4 layers to go outside because it's so freaking cold. And she's in heaven. She's just in heaven. So, yeah. So, what else is going on astrology-wise? The 21st, I believe, yes, the 21st, Aquarius begins. And that is that is an air sign. And is my rising or ascendant planet, or zodiac sign. And again, always look at your ascendant sign, your rising sign, because that's your personality, okay? It's your personality. Because you can be a Leo sun, right? And be this strong, energetic, just, I got this, it's cool, leave me alone, shut up. Kind of like the Lion King, he can pretty much, the Leo runs the jungle. And Capricorn runs the world. So, with a little help from Virgo and, Taurus. But yeah, but always look at your ascendant and your rising sign because that tells you your personality. Won't be 100% correct unless you have it done for you, because those are general readings, right? They're general. But it's good to listen to both and see how they hook up. And then your moon sign is your emotions. It's your emotions. And I've had many people in the last 2 weeks who have been fire signs or earth signs for their moon. And they wonder why they can't find love. Well, because you're kind of like dry like the desert, or your fire's to like a Leo or a Sag, or an Aries. It's hard to get, it's hard to attract what you want because the fire is too hard, too hot, and you have to pull that back. But the fire's good if you find somebody who you connect with, and the sex is good because they're fire. They put a lot into it. They truly can love hard. Hey, Sue, they can truly love hard. Definitely. So, I think that's all. Yeah, February 23rd, Mars retrograde ends. Okay? And Jupiter retrograde ends, and Saturn retrograde ends, and I believe Uranus retrograde ends. Okay, so all of the ones that we had in the before Christmas, right? Thanksgiving, stuff like that, that normally comes in the summertime, it came in the late fall this time. Okay, sorry, the furnace just popped on. So they're ending now, okay? Which is kind of a blessing because we go into 2025 with all of the junk that we went through with the retrogrades at the end of 2024 releasing, which is wonderful. Okay? Now, here's political stuff. So, okay, I'm just giving you what I've gotten. Okay? You can watch, you can turn it down, whatever, but don't go away. Please don't go away. I could do it at the end. The Spirit signal, I got to do it now because there's attention. So, I think I mentioned this before, but Spirit gave me again this past week. DT may not get inaugurated. Okay, he may not get inaugurated, there is investigations going on about voter tampering, things like that, and there's investigations going on right now. So it should be sometime in the next week or so if something's going to happen. But there may not be an inauguration. Okay, like if you watch me, and if like I'd probably say October, maybe October, and Spirit gave me it this way, that things would calm down when Kamala Harris won by like the end of March. So now it is, she will more than likely be inaugurated in March, by the end of March, maybe April, by the end of March. Okay. But as soon as they put anything out, that's why they're not doing it. It's all hush hush, right? Is because of the violence. And we saw 2 bombings yesterday on New Year's Day. there's more to come. Okay? Don't be afraid of it because you're connected, you're completely covered by Archangel Michael. You don't have to worry about that. But it will take 2025 for us to settle things down. Okay? And what's interesting is I gotten that, and yesterday Spirit gave me again a video. Haven't not watched this person once in my life, and it was New Year's Eve, I believe. And hey, Nance, and this woman was freaking on point. I mean, I liked her because she was like WTF, right? She was just telling what she was getting from Spirit. I think she used cards. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Again, that stuff goes in and goes out. But I believe I posted it on my Facebook page. If I didn't, I'm Bill Clairvoyant. I'm gonna look back and see, and if I didn't, I'm gonna do it again. But man, she was on point, and I was blown away. Cause this is the way that I get my confirmation. They will tell me things, out of the blue. They'll just say blah 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 blah. Like I'm paying attention all the time. Well, I kind of am, but I'm not consciously asking them questions. See? So, but just out of the blue, they'll say blah 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 blah. Be like, oh, okay, and I'll put it away, and then boom, there's a video. I'm like, oh shit, look at that, and I'm like, okay, I've never seen this woman before, but there's a reason why she was on my page, right? And I'm truly, you guys know how I feel about the chimes, right? Chimes are connected to my guides when I'm channeling and things like that. This is a semi-channel, right? But they will do that to give you confirmation. It doesn't always come from here. Trust me, it does not. I've not talked about you guys. I talked to you guys about that. Is that many times it doesn't. It comes from outside sources because it's easier for me in my day for them to drop something in my mind. Okay, my crown, in my crown. So we'll see. But there will be more violence. Hey, Amy. There will be more violence. And like Spirit told us in 2019, okay, and there's going to be violence when Joe Biden was going to win. And that really didn't happen. They kind of quashed it, but then you had January 6th, okay? And now, 4 years later, we're going into the next chapter, and we'll see. We'll see. But I know there will be, and Spirit has talked about this before, again, 2019, 2022, 23, that some will have nuclear material in them, okay? Just to scare people, okay? So that's that. Don't watch the news, right? Because that's crazy stuff. And they're trying to get ratings and things like that. All of them are. And they're trying to survive. Okay, they're trying to survive. So, and they're trying to make one person happy, so they're not really covering things like they really should. Or if they ever did, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, okay. Done. Hang on. Okay, cool. Because one of my guides was stuck his head into my face like this, like he had something to say, but then he pulled back, which was cool. So we're gonna see who are the ETs that have been around me all freaking day. Because I don't know who they are. They've not visited before. These are new ones. I don't know who they are. I did have a reading with a woman, and I told you guys about Kim, that her husband was an alien, and he died a while ago, and she comes through me. He comes through me to talk to her, just to kind of tell him what's going on, stuff like that, and just have a little conversation. So I think he brought some people with him the other day. So okay, yep, all right, okay. Ooh, my crown chakra is lit like a freaking fire right now. Okay. There's 3 of them here. Okay. They're Syrians. So they're the Greys, I believe. But they're an arcturian too. Daisy just looked at me like, what are you talking about? I think she's an alien. Yeah. Okay. So there's so the Syrians are saying to me, don't. They're like, they have made a connection. The energy's right there, but they haven't made a clear connection yet. I know that they're there. I can hear them spotty, but let me make sure that. Okay. Okay. Kind of deep. Okay. Okay. So the upset in the country is not meant to make you fearful. It is meant to trigger you into your transformation. Do not take it upon yourself to absorb the energy. Do not take it upon yourselves to allow the energy for you to hold the energy of fear in your heart. That is not what it's meant to be. That is not what it is. It is the events that are happening are meant to trigger the ones who are not coming with you, meaning the 3 deers. Okay. Yes, they all. Okay. The Arcturian's right here. I don't know why. I don't know. There's just one of them, and he's connected to me. He says. Those that are born on this planet have nothing to fear. Those that are originally from this planet have nothing to fear. It's those that are outsiders, the 3 deers. They should not fear, but their contract that their soul signed, that their human soul signed, is coming to fruition. It's coming to an end. They don't comprehend or understand that they're not from here, that they're from there, he says. It says. Him is correct, he said. Okay. Because they're really very tall. They're very tall. This will all culminate. This will all culminate. Get done. I get. Within the next 18 months. Hey, Joy. The next 18 months. They agree. Okay. Most of the country will not be affected. It's interesting because he wants to talk to me and they're here and he just kind of overwhelmed them. Because I'm more connected. He says, because I'm more connected to you than they are. Don't listen to what people tell you about being in a group. Do not let others tell you not to be together. Don't let others tell you not to be outside your house. That is just for certain parts of your country. And all that are covered by the light have nothing to worry about. Because your light covers your family. Now that is not, okay. Okay, he's gonna talk. That does not mean just your human family. It means your extended family also, which can be friends, friends, ex-partners, partners, husbands, wives, children. And then he shows me a elementary school that the teacher there is a female, and the children are protected from anything bad happening to them because of her. And then you just showed me this woman I know that's named Angie that works in Detroit at the public schools there. She's going to have a baby, and he just showed me Angie, which is interesting. Yeah. This will empower some people this will empower some people to join them, but the majority of humans in your country are the resistance. They're not going to go along with. But they're also not going to sit quietly by and allow them to ravage your country. Hey, Stephanie. It's going to seem worse. It's going to seem worse than it actually is. The people that tell you things, the news, are going to blow it up. They're going to make it bigger than it actually is, because they love to stoke fear. They love to stoke fear, and they do, No matter which side you're on, they love to stoke fear. Okay, but the people who are about staying in third dimension will join that movement. The others will not. They will not. That's the first time they've rang all day. Yeah. They'll join the movement, but the others will not. I got so much right here. And he's spotty. The others are the resistance to, okay, hang on. He's giving me two different things. The others are the future. He was saying something I didn't even understand. The others are the future. They're the future of the planet. They're the future of your country. And has nothing to worry about. As long as they keep a level head, as long as they use us, meaning the divine, right, as their support. The groups on your planet for support. People like yourself for support, which is true of the whole light worker community, okay? But some are still 3D, and they're going to be 3D. They're not going forward, okay? Because 3Ds are going to be on the planet for at least 5 more years. They'll go spotty, right? But yeah, I'll tell you something else in it too. Once he's done. Interesting, because the grays are very proper. They're very quiet. Their energy is very balanced. His is of the teacher, of the professor, of the one who knows. They're more about technology, more about, they do things. They do things quietly, Spirit says. And he doesn't have a filter. He doesn't have a filter. Yeah. But he keeps saying, don't be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid. Again, but like what Spirit has said, and he's saying the exact same thing, You're going to see things you never thought you'd see before. You've never seen them before in this lifetime. Prior lifetimes, yes. But in this lifetime, no. You're going to see them for a reason because you are the historian, Spirit says. You will be the historian in the future of how the transformation happened. Yeah, how the transformation happened. He says your people are protected. It's interesting because Spirit blacks him out when he wants to say something, and then he puts the shield back down, and he hits me with something. Spirit says, and it's delayed. So yeah, he. Three deers of, he says the three deers, let's just call them, are going to use every opportunity in media to keep you afraid. They're going to show graphic things. And in some countries, they show everything. They don't black anything out. United States is a little bit more, they don't show people who have passed, like people who have passed New Orleans and stuff like that. They, again, police officers, things like that, they don't. In other countries, they do. Just because they want it out there. They don't want to be accused of anything. And I don't think we need to show people who passed away. Just out of respect. So I get why we do it here. Have a little bit less, a little bit of decorum, let's say. Got it. This is all around the transformation. This is all around the revealing of our species, of all species. Reptilians will be last, that are able to tell, okay, now that you show me the Transformers, okay? Megatron. So, yeah. Because the knowledge that they have is going to be transferred to people in this country and outside the country when it's deemed reliable, reasonable. For many people, it's already been downloaded, and people will recognize that. People will recognize that as we go forward into 2025. Okay, interesting. Because Spirit is Blackhead just said this. It's already been downloaded. It's already been downloaded in your body, uploaded to your mind, to your brain. And when you see the things going on, you will say, wow, I already knew about that. I already knew about that. I already knew about that. I already knew about that too. Okay? And that is to keep you settled, Spirit says, to keep you settled. Okay? Where you won't be, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, frantic. Okay? Because you're the people, us, are the people that have to calm the masses for the ones who are not 3D people. That make sense? I know, Spirit. It's exhausting. Because there's three beings talking to me at the same time. So, oh God. There will be some third dimensional people who have not started their activation yet that may come to you. That will, oh gosh, stop talking. That will come to some of you. And you will know that you're supposed to deliver to them, meaning you're supposed to calm them down. Okay, most will be your family, your friends that are going with you into higher energy, into higher dimensional energy, into the fifth dimension and higher in the future. Now, okay, Spirit's going to talk. People are being more and more connected to telepathy, okay? And they're amazed that they can actually hear, that they can actually understand. Other people that they know, they can hear it in their mind, Spirit says. And they're doing that because during the ascension, they'll also now be able to receive messages from their guides. This is easier for them, Spirit says. It is easier for them from the third eye for them to allow, because it's not threatening. All right? Because people have called me when they hear their name or whatever. Well, Bill, what is that? What do you think it is? Again, we've been talking about this forever, right? And if it's somebody that you know, and you have a picture in your mind of who it is, and you hear blah, 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 what do we normally do? We usually call them. Or they call us right after, right? Not to give us a heads up, but I get it, that's freaking cool. Opening up the channel telepathically allows you to be connected to your guides without speaking out loud. Because there's some people who do not speak out loud. And what that does is it doesn't allow the channel from their third eye, from their brain, to connect to their spirit guides. So this is another way that they're doing it, is bringing telepathy online, like being telepathic, right? And that's going to help for them to develop the sense of connection. It's going to allow them to have the sense of understanding. It's going to allow them to have the sense of knowing. I'm dizzy right now like crazy. I've had vertigo for like 3-4 days in the past week. Right now I'm like way up here, and it's spinning pretty good. Chimes. We need to do more videos like this. Okay. That's spirit. So I'm going to explain this. The grays are the ones who were in my house in 2018 3 different times. They used to come through my tree that's in front of me that's 15 feet high. They used to have portals. And I thought it was an angel portal. And then it would do like 2, 3, 4 at one time. And they would come through that and hang out in my house. Yeah. Friendly, but just energy was off. And they didn't know how to talk to me. You know, all they were is going by their instinct, that I had the brightest light on the wormhole, until Spirit Knight had a conversation with them. And he shut that down. He shut that down really quick. Okay, so Sherry says, videos like what to describe how to open our channels. There are videos out, the way that Spirit has me teach is watching videos that you connect to. Opens up your channel. Because you're comfortable with that energy that's coming off the video. Okay? And that helps you to relax and allow your ascension to be higher. Also, having that conversation with your spirit guides and the divine about, I need you to help me with this. I think that's the best way, just simply because I've always been clairvoyant, so I didn't have to open anything, but I like to talk to them, right? And it makes it easier for them to bring you what you want because you're telling them that you're ready for it. But there are instructional videos on how to do it. Again, how do I open my third eye? How do I connect more? Things like that. You know, but for me, it's automatic for me. God came this way, which is a blessing, but also a curse. Yeah. But it's gonna, and Sherry, it's gonna open automatically anyway, because it's soul journey, right? And I'm a big believer in that, right? I truly am. That it's kind of like back in the day when I started this program, started in 2017, and I think before before the pandemic and then after the pandemic, I'm going to talk about that too, is that Spirit would always give us the Hansel and Gretel effect, right? It's kind of simple. Is that they distract us with pretty things, right? So that we go to grandma's house and we lay bread on the ground, and then we kind of get scared, like, oh shoot, where am I at? And then we get scared. We want to retreat. Well, the squirrels ate all the bread, so they just got you into ascension. They got you into a higher dimensional energy without you knowing it, and that is what truly is the way that most of us ascended, is because we found something on YouTube, or we were instructed, to go into YouTube, to look at videos, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, just as they laid it out like entertainment. Well, no, you get messages in those kind of things. And all that energy helps you to ascend. It helps you to recognize what it is, and what you do after that is you go towards it. But then ego kicks in, because that's fear, right? Connected to your head, connected to your heart. And you're like, oh, no, I don't know. And ego's like, yeah, I still got him. But if there's something dangling in front of you, like a video or whatever, and it keeps you occupied, ego can't get involved in that. Because you're not even blacking it out, but you're not paying attention to it. Like when you're relaxed, right? So that is normally how people can do it now, okay? Back in the day, they couldn't do it because you had to go to a reader. There was no social media, okay? I grew up in that. Had to go to my reader, right? I mean, that's just the way that it was. Unless you had spiritual friends, which most of us in the 70s and 80s did not, even the 90s. So now it's much more accessible to us. Why is that? Because 330 million people have to be connected to, right? And more times, if it ain't Google, it's, again, I go to YouTube all the time to freaking learn how to do something, because I'm not mechanically inclined at all. And it makes it easier for me to do something with confidence. But I get too frustrated really, really fast. And I've always been that kid. I've always been that person. So, and to be honest, even when I was a kid, I'm like, I could pay somebody to do that. Why do I got to do it? That's Capricorn. Total Capricorn. You know, I'm up here. I got stuff to do. Somebody else can do that. Well, yeah. So, okay. So one thing I want to talk about before we go is, in the past, Spirit has said that the people that are going to move on will not contract in a pandemic. Okay, will not contract something in the pandemic. But Spirit talked about bird flu the other day with me. That there's one person in Louisiana, older person, immune system is not strong, that contracted bird flu. And Spirit, so funny, sitting here doing something, I don't know what I was doing. I was on social media, I think, just messing around. And he said, bird flu. I said, what about bird flu? What is that about? You know, bird flu. You know, when they have to kill all the chickens because they got the bird flu, and then eggs go up, right? And so I said, well, what about the bird flu? He says, deadly. I'm like, okay. I said, you mean to chickens? He goes, no, others. I'm like, oh, animals? He goes, no, others. So humans? He goes, yes. Now, Spirit does not give me connections like that unless it is important. Okay? So don't be surprised if 2025, 2026, and a little bit further, that people don't start passing away of bird flu. Okay? And I know Spirit showed me the Hong Kong flu in the 60s and 70s, right? There was all kinds of, they called them by where they came from, right? and they were deadly. They were deadly to a lot of people. So just keep that. Just keep that, okay? Because as we go forward, again, it's only been 2 days in 2025. So we don't know what it's going to be like in June, in 6 months, right? But it's not going to be, but it isn't going to be what they want you, what they tell you, okay? And they won't tell you something until something happens, and then they blow it up like a freaking atom bomb. And it's like, okay, whatever. But I'll tell you, I know more people now it's winter, that have had COVID. It is crazy. It is crazy how many people have had COVID that I know. And they got, and again, and some got vaccinated, some did not. The ones that did not, it's been bad. The ones that did, it's not as bad, but it's still bad. So just keep yourself. Just keep yourself. Take care of yourself. Drink real water. Don't drink tap water. Eat real food. Okay. You can mess with the junk, yes, but just don't make it your prime meal. Right? Don't eat McDonald's every day or whatever. Right? If you can help it. Again, food costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money. And I believe that will change in 2025 and 26. It won't be as expensive because there'll be things that happen. Just watch yourself. Again, you don't have to wear a mask. You don't now, but don't be in the grocery store and not wipe down your cart. And again, how much it might be water, right? You don't know, but. Just don't touch your face, right? Just like with anything. So, hey, Lisa. So let me answer these questions that are here because we got some time. So Nancy says you're the second channel I've heard today say that. Okay. About the bird flu? Probably so. Hey, Paula. Sherry. Okay, I talked to her. I said that. Videos like. Subscribe, open our channels, yeah. Sue says she did it this morning. I'll tell you what, the atmosphere is changing so freaking fast. Hey, Melinda, what's up? Sherry again, felt all along that things in the U.S. were going to be okay. Big picture, short term, yeah, it's going to be fine. My friend Nancy, I don't follow mainstream media anymore. It's all yammer, no truth, just sound bites. And I love you, Nancy. Nancy Petrie. And I said, hi, Stephanie. Liz, guys, the safety of the kids home. I need my babies to be safe, exactly. And Nancy Petrie, my friend from Northern Michigan, she hasn't been in fear, been more introspective, which is awesome. That's perfect. My friend Nancy from Jackson, honey, she don't need no snack. She big enough. The dog. I'm more attuned to nature splits. Okay, so my friend Sherry in New York City, she says, I'm more attuned to natural spirits, angels, and ancestors. She's amazing. Sherry Daniels is amazing. She's an amazing spiritual person. Yeah, I hold her in high regard, let me tell you. And my friend Liz, she's still asking her guys to connect to her. And I always tell her this. Watch what you wish for, sister, because you know what? Once they become Chatty Cathy, you can't shut them up. So let it happen naturally. Sherry doesn't connect to the galactics. And Sherry's friend that I talked to last Saturday, I think it was, for a while, she's connected to the galactics, which blew my freaking mind. We talked for like 2.5 hours. It was pretty awesome. Amy, Nancy, I think that's all that I. So Elizabeth Owen, Liz, she listens to Madam Adam, and she likes his attitude. He's a tarot reader. And then I talked about Linda the Comanche, and the blue bow tie. I think that's all. So, yeah. So we got a few people still on here, which is awesome. So my birthday is Saturday, and I'm going to do 30-minute readings, I think for $60. all day Saturday. So if you're interested in that, billhobart.com, I'm going to set that up. It'll probably, whoops, sorry, babe. It'll probably be where you call me or text me, because my person who does my website doesn't want to do anything for just a day. And so it'll probably be that, okay? Watch social media, and check your email if I've got it, which I should have. If I don't have your email yet, guys, go to billhobart.com and put it in there for me, okay? Hi, Sarah. Sarah is a wonderful sound healer. Oh my God, she works in Troy, which is awesome. Kelly always gets customers in her store. Kelly has a crystal store in Monroe, Michigan, and she sells all kinds of cool stuff, candles and stuff. And what was I gonna say? Oh, she does a Friday night live on Facebook. Facebook Live on Friday night at 5:30. No, 8:30 and 8:30. And she sells these awesome crystals for like cheap. It's fantastic. So check that out. Check that out too, because my whole house was filled with those freaking crystals. Yes. Sarah said, "Happy birthday! Go treat yourself." I'm good. I don't want to leave my house. Right? It's too cold outside. I do not like the cold, and I realize it every single day that I don't like the cold even more. Especially with the dog. 5 times a day is a lot. Our last walk is like at 11:15 at night. We just gotta go potty before we go to bed. So yeah. So thanks everybody. I'm kind of scattered right now. My energy is all over the place. But thanks for watching the program. Thanks for joining in. If you would for me in like 15 minutes, go over to my YouTube channel, Bill Hobart, on YouTube, and like the video, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Get your friends to subscribe for me, and then leave a little comment, just an emoji, even if it's just an emoji, because YouTube will use those algorithms to send the program out and about. And yeah. And so that will help in every way. So trying to get that baby monetized, and so far it's not working as fast as I thought it would. So anyway, namaste everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's going to be good. Do your guided meditations twice a week, please. Okay? I don't want you to be screaming up like this and all of a sudden stop and be like, oh shit, I don't know what the hell's going on with me. Yeah. So, I'll see you next Thursday. Coach of the Soul, Thursday at 3. See you guys.